Hello and welcome to Star Citizen Sunday. This is a weekly show which covers all the news from Star Citizen from the week just past. I am your host Mac, so let's get on with it. This week the roadmap gets big changes, ATV looks at female characters, plus we get an update on the new Gravlev system coming in 3.5. So before we get on with it, the roadmap has been updated as you probably know. Still no 3.7 or 3.8 unfortunately, however there has been some drastic changes and a few bits have gone, like salvaging and the lore system. I have done a separate video highlighting all the changes of the roadmap, which I will link below, but personally, I feel 3.5 is more about expanding much of the current systems that we have now, rather than introducing new systems. This, I expect, is likely influenced heavily by Squadron 42, because as I expected, much of what was in the Squadron 42 roadmap is being filtered now into the PU roadmap. Obviously, it is a shame that salvage and lore and rep systems are not in, but I would rather have fully working content of the systems we currently have than more early work in progress content of version 1s of everything. It needs to get that quality of life up of the current systems so that they work more robustly. Do let me know your thoughts, guys, but please do not argue in the comments, as it is obviously personal preference, and respect each other's opinions. As I say though, I have done a full rundown of the new roadmap updates. Do check out my video below if you are interested. So on Around the Verse, the first thing they looked into was the new Gravlev system. So coming with 3.5, we know we're getting the new flight model. It also brings a new Gravlev system which is used by the hover bikes like the Dragonfly and the Nox. The difference, they say, between ship thrusters and Gravlev thrusters is that the Gravlev thrusters need to be close to the ground to get the traction. They want it to feel more risky again. The old model, or the current model that we have now, as you approach something, your vehicle will just ride safely over it. They want you to actually choose a path and run the risk of hitting something if you pick the wrong path. And I strongly agree with this. It needs to feel exhilarating. It needs to feel exciting. A bit more like a Star Wars speeder, personally. The new model will basically hold the bike at a certain height, giving more control to the rider. They also introduced this jet ski model, which is simulating the bike as if it is in water, which they say feels a lot nicer to drive than it used to. Personally, I'm not too sure about that, but we'll have to try it and see how it feels. But I'm glad that that's coming in 3.5. At the moment, the Gravlev vehicles are difficult to drive. Well, the Dragonfly is difficult. The Nox is okay, but yeah, we can't really use the Dragonfly too well. Also in ATV, they looked into the female characters. They're currently retargeting all the male animations to the female model, but they don't want the females to be too masculine. So they do have currently thousands of animations that they are using this auto-targeting tool, but also for the more higher fidelity animations, like interacting with your cockpit, they are retargeting them manually as well. And they did do an animation shoot for the female character to ensure that the character walks and looks more feminine. But this whole method and the tools that they use means that they can get the retargeting done quickly and implemented faster. I expect we will likely see more animation sets for both males and females later down the line, so that we don't all look robotic when we're all doing the same animation, giving us different walk styles to choose from. I believe Chris has said he wants in, but obviously getting the version 1 for both the male and the females is imperative. And it will be great to see a bit more diversity than the current standards. So to finish off ATV, we saw a quick snapshot of ArcCorp's moons, Walla and Deliria, which are coming in 3.5, but that's it for ATV. So also this week, we have a Spectrum Spectator post titled One Step Back. The lore of Star Citizen is always worth reading. So that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share the video with all your friends. If you like what I do and want to help me make it better, follow the link below to my Patreon page to learn more.